Hey, what is up, guys? So the Black Panther, of course, made his debut in Captain America Civil War, where he got to go toe-to-toe with Captain America, and he was, of course, shown off in all his glory, and it just so happens to be my favorite part of Captain America Civil War. And I'm very excited to talk about the solo outing that the character is going to have in a couple of years. Now, of course, from Captain America Civil War, we know that the fallout could in some way involve the Winter Soldier, as he is being kept safe in Wakanda, and we also know from Kevin Feige and the director Ryan Coogler that this is going to be a geopolitical thriller. But this latest piece of news is another casting. This is going to be Michael B. Jordan from Fantastic Four and recently Creed, making his debut in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Now, we have no details on who he is going to be playing, but I'm hoping to talk about that and give you my 3 takes on who I think he will be playing in the MCU. From the reports that are currently out there, it is being reported that he might be playing a villain. So with that in mind, my first choice is going to be the American Panther. Now, his story is quite interesting. It actually involves the corruption of the law, the justice system failing him, and the American Panther actually taking on full vengeance and going after the people that were responsible for a wrongful sentencing. And this is all due to the death of his father at the hands of his mother's lover. So if there are parallels to be drawn, it could be the death of a father that shows you how one man goes to become the king of Wakanda while the other one is scarred and becomes a vigilante. And it would make a lot of sense if his character is also vengeful, much like the Black Panther was in Captain America Civil War. The character is proficient in hand-to-hand combat training and weapons, so this could be a good one. I honestly think this could be the one that they go with, but we'll end up seeing how it turns out. Next up, and my second choice, would be Erik Killmonger. Yeah, with a name like that, you know he's a good guy, clearly. So this character in the comics is quite interesting. Originally, he has ties to Ulysses Claw, who we already saw appear, played by Andy Serkis. Now, in the comic, it is the sins of the father, as the father allies himself with Claw and does some shady backdoor dealing, and a bunch of stuff happens. Unfortunately, his father is then, killed, and his family is exiled out of Wakanda. Now, the reason I think it's going to be this character, and it might be this character, is because of that exact reason. We already saw that Ulysses Claw is out of there, and he was already doing shady dealings and was kicked out of Wakanda. So this would make a lot of sense if he was the son of the person who was responsible and he wants to take vengeance. And third up is going to be White Wolf. Now, this character, much like the last two, his parents died, and these people just happened to die in a plane crash in the nation of Wakanda. He was actually adopted by the king of Wakanda, T'Chaka, who of course we saw died in Captain America Civil War. Now, I should note that this character is white in the comics, but they could be playing around with stuff and using an amalgamation of a few of the other characters around here, which is why I bring this character up. I think White Wolf is quite cool, and I've actually read him in a few comics, and I kind of did enjoy the character. Now, when I really think about it, I don't think this is going to be the one they go with, but I think they could use elements of this character. Much like how Marvel likes to use an amalgamation of a few characters and roll them into one, I think they could roll elements of this character in with the previous two I talked about and really mold one unique character for this movie. So that is just 3 of the ideas I have. It's more like 2 and then White Wolf being an amalgamation of something, but you never know. So which brings me to the end of this video, which I want you guys to let me know what you think about my choices. I personally think it is going to be my second choice, which is of course going to be Erik Killmonger, and I think it's this character that kind of fits, and I think they kind of roll some of the aspects of the other characters all into that one. And I think he would be quite opposite to him, because look at the dude, he looks crazy, looks intense, and I think Michael B. Jordan could play a tremendous villain. Now, obviously, he's quite in shape to be able to walk around shirtless for most of the movie, so that even makes a whole lot more sense to me, at least speaking from that angle of it. But we don't know for now. I want you guys to let me know your thoughts. Is there someone else you think he could be playing? Let me know down below. I'm interested to hear your guys' theories.